guys love when a book destroys your entire soul? Like, I love it. I am here for it all the time. Hello, beautiful bookworms. My name is Katarina and welcome to my channel. And today I have a very sort of different-ish review to make about Muse of Nightmares, which is the sequel to Strange the Dreamer, and it is by the one and only Laini Taylor, as you all probably know, because isn't this one of the most anticipated releases of everyone here on BookTube? Because I feel like it is. It is one of mine, and I feel like it is everyone's anticipated release. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to show you in the next clip my squeaky, impossible reaction to actually having got this book. My pre-order arrived and I was happy, okay? Just don't judge me. Que gigante! Vamos parar. As you can see in that video, I was speaking Portuguese because I was with my boyfriend and I was just opening the book and I was really interested in the fact that this book is gigantic. Like, for real, this is gigantic. I'm just gonna get my copy of Strange the Dreamer so that you can see what's the problem. Okay, are you all ready for this? Just be advised. There's something really terrible coming your way, so if you don't like non-matching books, avert your eyes. Can you see this? Can you fucking see this? Oh! Isn't it beautiful? Again, what matters is the story, isn't it? No! So this aside, I just wanted to say that I'm going to show you my live reactions on clip in a vlog manner as I was reading, and my opinions as I was reading Muse of Nightmares for the first time. But before that, I really wanted to give you a non-spoiler review because of course the other part is going to have spoilers, obviously. I wanted to give you a non-spoiler review of what I thought of Muse of Nightmares and if I liked it, if I didn't, you know, those kind of stuff. So to begin with, Muse of Nightmares actually picks off when Strange the Dreamer stopped. So there are no time lapses, there is no everything, and Laini Taylor actually brings the last part of Strange the Dreamer into Muse of Nightmares so that you can have some continuation if you read the book a while ago. It was kind of my case. I read it in April and now it's October and I read this, so some months, not a lot, but you know what I mean. But it was a nice thing to be done, at least that's what I think, because sometimes people don't really remember where things left off, or they like to be pulled back immediately into the story, which was what happened in this book. Obviously, I don't believe that anyone would forget the ending of Strange the Dreamer as it was, but that's another story. At the same time, although we are still following the same characters from Strange the Dreamer, our main character Laszlo and our main character Sarai, and also our secondary characters, we are also following a new point of view that you don't know until a certain time span of the book, if it is before or after the things that happen in Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares. So you don't know the current continuing time until you reach a certain point in a plot point of the book that actually tells you if this happened before or after. What I have to say about this book is that I absolutely enjoyed it. As I said before in my Strange the Dreamer review, which I'm going to leave linked down below, I love how Laini Taylor treats difficult topics as grief, as war, as people actually not being to blame for their actions because they had motives, although they were not the same motives that the other part can understand. Like, I love how she shows that there are always two parts to the same war, and that always people have motives for what they're doing, even if they're not the best. I also enjoy her descriptions of villains and anti-heroes, particularly because no one I mean, not no one, but the main villains that we are given are not exactly villains per se, are more of a anti-hero sort of thing because they have their motives and they are not trying to absolutely be evil without no reason, if you know what I mean. And for that, I feel like we can empathize with them. And I enjoyed it. And I think it is great. I've been hearing some people saying that the point of view that actually appears in this book, that is not our main character's point of view, wasn't needed and it was a little bit slow and it didn't count a lot for the story, but I disagree. If it was slow, yes it was, but I do believe that it was for a reason, and I do believe that when it gets to the climactic ending of the thing, you can understand why it was important, and I really like how we diverted the focus from the main characters and found some other main story to tell that would wrap up everything and explain all of your doubts. Although in the beginning it gives you way more doubts that you had and you're just left like, the fuck am I just reading? But I feel like in the end everything is wrapped up, although the only major thingy that I have to say about Muse of Nightmares is that in the end of the thing, everything was a little bit too wrapped up. In a way, I mean, she can expand in other universes and other stories, but I felt like in the last 5 pages it was a rush of wrapping up stuff that could have been done a little bit slower, especially because the rest of the book was such a slow paced, although with a lot of action going on, and I would like the writing to have kept like that and to be consistent throughout the rest of the book. But I really did enjoy the book, and I think that you should read it if you enjoyed Strange the Dreamer, or if you still have questions that you want to have answered. This one is perfect for that, and I really like how it answered our questions while still leaving us with the desire to know more for possibly other series. So that is all I'm going to say, because I have some specific comments that I want to make, or that I made, but I made them in my vlog portion of the thing, so that's what I'm going to show you right now, so be advised. From right now, this one has spoilers. I also wanted to say that obviously I loved Muse of Nightmares and Strange the Dreamer. They're one of my favorite series, or duologies, whatever you want to call it, right now and possibly forever, because of the contents, of the extraordinary way that they relate modern, real contents with a fantasy world, and the extraordinary way that they tell us to never stop dreaming and to follow your dreams wherever you go. And I think that that's really important. I really enjoyed all of the characters. I really enjoyed the way the story is told, and I'm a sucker for this book. Like, what else can I say? So, spoiler time. Okay, so it's really dark because it is raining, but I just wanted to come up here and say some things. You probably have seen, if this vlog goes as planned, my reaction to the opening of Muse of Nightmares, which was my most anticipated release of this year, probably. And so I just wanted to show it to you really coolly and really calmly. I'm really sad that this has a dent in here. Down here, it kind of seems like it came already dented, but whatever. And I'm sorry about the Portuguese in the opening video, but I was with my boyfriend, so I was speaking Portuguese. And this is gigantic. Like, I put this next to my Strange the Dreamer copy, which, by the way, I have to say I'm very salty about that, because I ordered my Strange the Dreamer paperback in April, and I ordered it, and the cover in Book Depository was the cover of Strange the Dreamer, of the hardcover, the bluish one with the moth. And the one that came was not the same, and so now when I put this one, which is exactly the same as the hardcover but is a paperback, what's going on with that, next to the Strange the Dreamer one, they don't match, first of all, and second of all, it's just so terrible because you have one that's bigger than the other, and it's just a duology, so there's no more books. So my question is, why the fuck they did this? Because I don't know what happened with Strange the Dreamer. If the Muse of Nightmares one is exactly like the hardcover, why can't the Strange the Dreamer one be exactly like the hardcover? But that's just a rant, and I'm over it. So I just wanted to say that I currently read already the first 3 chapters of Muse of Nightmares, and who are these new characters? Like, I feel like they're going to be the answer to why the god spawn exists and who are the Mizerthim. Sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but yeah. I feel like they're going to be the answer to everything. And maybe we are seeing them in the past, so not in the same current time as Laszlo and Sarai. So maybe you also will know something about Laszlo's past through them. Like, I don't know, but it will be nice. And it is kind of just doing a recap of the end of Strange the Dreamer, which I think it is cool because I read it in April, but I know that some people read it even further. So it's really good they have a recap before we have the real deal. And I'm feeling it all again, the emotions. I want to cry. I want to just read this and not stop. So I just wanted to come up here and say a little bit about this. And I'm going to proceed reading, and when I have more updates, I will tell you. Oh my god. Just seriously. First of all, I'm so very sorry about the lighting in here because it is already twilight and I have to get ready to go to my music group rehearsals, so I don't have a lot of time to update you, but oh my god, I wanted to update you. I am on the verge of tears because Muse of Nightmares is just so intense. I am currently on page 134, which is the beginning of the second part. And we are back to... what are their names, actually? Cora and Nova, yeah. Those two characters that we actually don't know who they are and that I still believe with an amount of stupid confidence that they will tell us more about where the gods came from and about Laszlo's past and everything. I just hope I'm right, but if I'm not, it's totally cool as well. And oh my god, the last scene of part 1 where Menya almost killed Sarai, like let her soul go, it was so intense because I just really want to cry, and not even because of Laszlo and Sarai, which is kind of stupid because they are like my one true pairing at this moment. Everything that I've read led me to this relationship. I love them. But Menya, I am so freaking sorry for her. I can understand completely what she's feeling. And the way that every time everything gets out of her control, she just keeps repeating to herself that those were the only babies that she could carry, that she could only carry 4. She is suffering from such an intense PTSD disorder that, wow, I feel so sorry for her, and I obviously like her as a good antagonist, but I don't feel like she's a villain. She's just an antagonist because she's just so lost. And there is a part in one of the chapters that Laszlo says that for him to save Sarai and Weep, he's going to have to save her first, like Menya. And I so agree. She so deserves to have a redemption arc. Please, she's just doing everything that she's doing for the good of those babies that she heard die. Oh god, I can't even. I really want to cry, which is amazing. This is so amazingly written. I love it. And oh my god, like in the span of 1.5 days, I've read 134 pages, so I cannot wait for this. I want to read more, but I can't because I have to go to my rehearsal and I'm not even dressed. I finished taking a shower, so I'm on my pajamas. And I do have to get dressed and I do have to go because I have to drive. Oh god. I am in no state to actually have conversations with other people. What is this book doing to me? Hi guys, good morning. So I am awake, sadly, because as you can see by my eyes, I haven't slept much in these times of need, so I kind of needed to sleep, but I decided to just come here since I am awake and I am doing my presentation work for my thesis presentation. Will it ever end? But yeah, so I decided to come here and just talk to you a little bit more about Muse of Nightmares. So last night before going to sleep, I got to page 208, something like that. And I have to say, I am loving this. I am feeling so many emotions. Like, finally, we know what Minya dreams about, and I have this theory that she was the one that killed the Ellens, because maybe they didn't like the Godspawn as much as they are supposed to, and as much as the rest of the Godspawn believes that they do, because they do like him because they're under Minya's control, and that's maybe why they're so apathetic. Like, I don't know, but maybe they tried to kill them before Errol Fane even got there, and Minya had to kill them. Like, I don't know, but it's just a plot twist inside of a plot twist, and I'm just loving it, and it's just so harmful. And I have to say that I am loving the changes of perspective with Theon, with Nero. I am loving it. I wanted a redemption arc for Theon Nero since I read Strange the Dreamer. I was like, he's not that bad of a person. He's just spoiled, and he needs to learn a little bit with real people that life can be better and easier, and so why don't give him a redemption arc? And I feel like Laini Taylor is trying to give him a redemption arc, and I am not sure, but I think that we just discovered that he cuts himself. I am not sure. So that can be a trigger warning for you guys. I am not sure. I want to read more about that, but I think we just discovered that, and I feel for him. Just, yeah, I do. I understand, like, obviously, you should never do that because it is an attack to your body, and believe me, I know a lot about that, but I understand why he would do it if he's actually doing it. And I find it very maturing and very understandable that Laini Taylor is bringing awareness to this problem, if that's what she's doing, which I believe that it is. I can't wait to read more from his perspective and the people that are saving the books of the Ancient Weep Library. I am just so happy because they talk about books so much, and I'm like, yes, my God, I love books too. And this is just, I don't know, it's just so many emotions. And how on earth are they going to save Minya? I don't know. Sarai is going to really have to push forward with this one. Also, I finally know who the freaking white bird is. It's Korako. And obviously Korako comes from Korra. So that's why they're showing us their perspective. She was the one that protected the kids and that sent them away. But why? I need more. I need more. Now I really want to know if Nova got to be a goddess as well. Like, really. I am overly excited about this. This is just amazing. I want to read more. I'll probably just update you when I pass it to 150 because, yeah, I don't see no reason to update you sooner unless something really terrible or really awesome happens. But I have to say, in this book particularly, obviously I love Laszlo and Sarai, and they're my favorite characters ever, but I have always liked Nero in Strange the Dreamer, and now I like him even more. And I feel like I can relate with him. And I don't know, I can't hate Minya. So I'm really hoping that they can save her in a way and put her out of her misery of that stupid nightmarish loop. Like, it isn't her fault that she wanted to save everyone. It's just, she was a kid and she doesn't deserve this. Even if she is kind of an anti-hero-ish sort of persona, she doesn't deserve this. So I'm sad, but I'm happy at the same time because this book is being everything that I wanted and more, but it's causing me so much pain. Like, I don't even know. Like, yeah, so that's going to be it for this update, and I will read more and update you when I can. Hello guys, so today is another day in my reading of Muse of Nightmares. Today is Friday, 19th of October, I believe, and I am gonna go to work today and tomorrow, so I don't have a lot of time to update you. Also, I have a PowerPoint to do. It's almost ready, but I think I'm going to need some more time, so I don't know if I'm going to finish this book today. I don't think so, but I am on page 309 of Muse of Nightmares. And oh my God, can this be getting more confusing and exciting than it is right now. Like, I don't know what's going on. I have now cut to another Nova chapter because the last chapter that I read of Nova and Kova, Kova had been chosen by the gods and Nova had been left behind. So now it's cutting to a chapter of just Nova, and the slaughter in her country has come again, and I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't read the chapter, but I'm going to try and read it before getting some lunch because it's a small chapter. It's like 5 pages. I don't know, it's really small. So yeah, but before that, Wraith, which is the manifestation, the actual manifestation of Kovako, the goddess, or Korako. Korako. So many names in this. But yeah, the Wraith, which is the bird, the white bird, went into the heart of the citadel and then came back, and the bird came back with someone, and I want to know who that person is, and that person has weapons, and Soraya just reunited with her father, and she has just been accepted by her grandmother, and oh my god, everything was going so well. I mean, it wasn't going so well because obviously Minya is still asleep, and Ruby has left her post and has left Minya alone. So pretty much I'm seeing that she's going to wake up and fuck everything because yay for that. And why aren't they helping Minya as they said that they would? They are not focused enough on that, but whatever. So that's going to work out really wrongly for them. But who is the person? I have to keep reading, and I am really enjoying this. I am only 200 and something pages away from the end, so it's not that lot of amount of pages to get everything solved, so I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait to know, to get, I don't want a happy ending per se, but I don't want a terrible ending as Strange the Dreamer was, that my heart just caught on fire and I cried. I want a better ending. I want at least someone to be happy. And I really love how they are putting the Seraphim myths into all of this because it is such a nod to Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. If you haven't read that one, read it. It's worth so much, and I'm really glad that I read before I read Strange the Dreamer. I really am, because it has some nods to the lore and the myths of Daughter of Smoke and Bone. And I don't know if she's trying to ship Theon Nero with that warrior, that 18-year-old warrior of Weep. But if she is, I am digging that shit. If she isn't, I am digging that shit anyways, because when he touches him, like in his hand, like, don't go away, my heart was like, yes! Like, I don't know, I love Theon Nero, I don't know why. And I don't even know if he pronounced his name like that, but I don't give a fuck, I love him, and I'm loving everything about this book. Like, it's just, this is not okay. I don't really know what to say. So I came here to update you guys that I finally finished Muse of Nightmares, and I know that I stopped updating you for a while because I had to work this weekend, and so I stopped reading, and then on Sunday I read it all at once, and you probably saw my clip from Sunday yesterday, crying my eyes out because of Azarine and Errol Fane, if that's how you pronounce their names. Oh my god. And now they're alive again. Like, why you play with me, woman? But I am really happy the way things turn out. I was actually worried for a while there, because I don't see Laini Taylor as someone that escapes stating that things can turn out really bad. And so I was really expecting that someone was going to die. Probably not Laszlo and Sarai, but I was expecting one of the Godspawn to die, or one of the humans from Weep to die, and I was really worried. And I have to admit that I'm really happy that my people are saved and doing their thing, and I really enjoyed it. The only thing that I have to say sort of against the ending was that it all wrapped up so quickly, like after Nova killed herself. Or did she? Like, it stand a little bit in the air, but probably, yeah. Everything just wrapped up so neatly and so quickly. Like, I don't know. I mean, I like that you can see that some of the characters are struggling with some stuff. Like Minya, for instance, is still struggling with the fact that she can now feel love and other things. So she still has a lot to evolve, but you read it kind of if it's like already portrayed that she is going to evolve and everything's going to be okay. So I think that it was all too nicely wrapped up, but at the same time I cannot complain because it was just beautiful. And I really enjoyed how maybe we can get more of these stories in a world like this, and maybe characters might intersect. And yeah, I don't know. The only thing that I have to say is that the foreshadowing of the romance between Nero and Ruza, is that his name? Like, I don't know how to pronounce any names in this series. I have to say that foreshadow sort of romancy was way, way faster than what I wanted, and I wanted it to be more developed, and it kind of left a bittersweet taste in me because I really wanted that romance, and it didn't happen, but you kind of are left thinking that it's going to happen, but you don't have it. So I don't know what to think, but I really, really enjoyed that she gave Nero the opportunity to become someone better and to have the redemption arc that I feared he was not going to have, but that I feel like he deserved it. And I'm so happy. I always loved Nero, and I know that this is really evil for me to say because he was an evil person. But now that he got his redemption arc, I feel really happy about this. And yeah, I love this book. Laini Taylor did it again. I swear to God, I'm going to buy everything that this woman ever writes because this is perfection at all levels. I cried so hard reading this. I smiled so hard reading this as well. So yeah, and I love this edition, although it doesn't stay really well with my Strange the Dreamer edition, but I can live with that. Those are all my thoughts for Muse of Nightmares, the end of the Strange the Dreamer duology. And I'm really happy that I read this. So if you guys want, comment down below about spoilery stuff if you want. But please put spoiler in the title so that we don't spoil other people. And yeah, tell me if you love this as much as I do. Like, if you didn't, that's okay. People have different opinions of the same thing. But if you did, talk to me about it. And if you didn't, please tell me what you thought it was kind of wrong. As I said, the ending for me was too neatly wrapped up, too fast. But I really enjoyed it anyways. So yeah, talk to me about stuff. And that's going to be all for today, guys. So happy readings to you all. And I hope that you read this book. If you haven't, if you want to give it a shot, just tell me something down below. And yeah, bye!